1.5 minutes.
Mr President, while I welcome this debate about poverty in Europe, I think the use of EU funding to tackle domestic poverty issues is highly unfair to the taxpayers of those few countries that actually make significant contributions to the EU budget. In the UK, there is a growing resentment towards those member states that are seen as being takers. It is deeply regrettable that the UK, with its great tradition of helping those less fortunate than itself, has a growing resentment about funding this and that EU project, whilst British people are suffering crippling cutbacks at home. No wonder more and more people are turning against the European Union. Only last week, the leading philanthropist, Bill Gates, a regular visitor to the European Parliament, congratulated the United Kingdom on its remarkable record in foreign aid, a record, incidentally, the EU likes to piggyback and take credit for. This report acknowledges that Member States should take responsibility for issues of poverty and social inclusion, and that the Fund for European Aid and the most deprived should not be seen as replacing those responsibilities. But what message is sent out for the call for the increased budget for the Fund of 2014-20? Who will supply this extra money? The 200,000 British citizens who are dependent on food banks in order to feed their families? The growing army of unemployed youth? The economic crisis, largely the fault of the Eurozone, is now so bad that we now have to say charity begins at home.